love to bring new brands to the channel. Today we have a new brand called Canopy, and they're making a watch called the Wake 1 that has a lot of dark elements. This is a dive watch with 200 meters of water resistance. It has forged carbon fiber elements. It comes with micro adjust and a Swiss movement. So let's flip the camera and take a look at a new brand called Canopy and their Wake 1. So this is the Wake 1 from Canopy watches, and this has sort of a dark theme. This is the silver version. They also make a black version. That black version is PVD coated. However, this still gets a lot of little dark elements that I want to go through because I think it kind of makes the watch a little bit different. So I'm going to start with the bezel. You get a very big bezel on here, as you can see when I turn the watch over on its side. You have a forged carbon fiber insert in the bezel, which is lumed. Really nice. And then you have more forged carbon fiber in the crown. There's a little insert there as well. You have a little stainless steel logo on top of that. When you move it around, you can see that little stainless steel logo. Opening up the bracelet, you can see that there is a custom rotor, and I'll do close-ups of this rotor so you can see what I'm talking about. It's a custom darkened rotor, and it's signed the brand name as well, so a little bit more dark theme there. And then as we look at the dial, you're going to see a lot of dark elements on here. There is a sand texture to the dial. It is black. You have a minute track that's printed in white. You have a color match date wheel that is in black, obviously. That takes the place of the 6 o'clock index. Right above that, it just says Wake 1 200 atmosphere. So this is a 200 meter dive watch. You have blackened applied indices. So I think those are PVD coated, and you have lume applied to those indices. Then you have the handset. The handset is sort of for the hour and minute. Sword hands meets fence post hands, I guess. And those are filled with lume as well. And then you have an arrow for the second hand. Again, that is darkened, and you have a little red tip to it. So really nice what they have done. It works really well. The elements all work very well together. Now, as I mentioned, this gets a very big bezel on it. So when you turn it on its side, you can see that it sort of sits really high up off the case. The case is polished, brushed. You have a chamfered edge. Everything is finished really nicely on this watch. Screwed in case back, and of course, a screwed in crown. The bezel action, really good. Let's listen to that. Really easy to turn, not light, actually very, very firm. However, it's very easy to grip because it is large, so turning it is not a problem. You have a long crown. It's not a giant crown, but it is long, and it is grippy and easy to use. This is a 40 millimeter watch. I think it's 40 millimeters spot on the bezel, and then yeah, basically 40 millimeters spot on. You have a dome sapphire crystal on the front. You have a flat sapphire crystal on the back. Both of those have AR coating, and it's about 12.7 millimeters thick. The crown itself is 6.4 millimeters, so not the largest crown. However, it's not small, and it also is long, as I mentioned, so it's very easy to grip. The lug to lug on here is just about 45.7 millimeters. You do get female end links, so with the female end links, you're getting around 49 millimeters. 49.1 is what I'm measuring. You do get a custom rotor on here, and that is a Sellita SW200. The bracelet itself is a really nice bracelet. They actually did a really good job setting up the look of the bracelet. It sort of reminds me of something that Seiko would do, but a little bit different. You do get screwed links, and it is polished on the side and brushed on the top. But it's like a satin finish, and then you have polishing in between each one of the links, which looks really good. It's not blingy in any way, but definitely does work well. You have a diver's extension built into the clasp. This is sort of a typical micro brand buckle. These are becoming more and more popular as they've really improved these. So over time, you could definitely use this as a micro adjust if you want to, but it's really a diver's extension. But using it for a millimeter or two definitely does not make a difference. But anything larger than that or longer than that, you would not want to, because I think it would look kind of weird. But that being said, definitely a diver's extension is something that you could use as a micro adjust. All milled also, which is of course very, very nice. Very quickly, I'm going to throw it on my 7.5 inch wrist, and then we will talk about price, and then of course do a lume shot. So today I have on my Grand Seiko. This is a watch that I have not been wearing very often, and I need to wear more often. If not, I need to sell it. I really do love it. It's just very, very big. It's 43.5 millimeters, 44 millimeters, but it wears way bigger than that. It wears like a 45 millimeter watch because of the bezel on there. It's basically to the edges of the watch, so it makes it look huge. Here you go. This is a 40 millimeter dive watch, the Canopy Wake 1 on my 7.5 inch wrist. It's not sized to my wrist, but it's close to where it needs to be, and I think it looks pretty good on my wrist. It does look a little bit thicker than it actually is because of that bezel. It looks giant. It's just a big bezel. I really like it because obviously it just makes it look like a tool watch. I like it. I like the look of the watch. I think the setup and everything that they did with the colors really does work. Now the price on here is $749, and I believe this is a limited edition of 250, so $749. Pretty cool watch with a Swiss movement and lots of little details that obviously, you know, cost money to do. Anyway, very quickly, let's do a lume shot. Well, here's the lume. The lume on the bezel is fading pretty quickly, so it's not incredibly lumed on the bezel. The hands are better. The indices are okay. So I would say I would like to see a little bit more lume on this watch in general. That would be really good, especially at the price of $749. I think they are charging $1,000 for this watch, and right now it's 25% off for Valentine's Day. If you're interested in this watch, definitely jump on it because they're obviously giving a discount for it right now. I would like to see more lume though. That would be great. All of the other elements I think they brought together really well. Very good looking watch at a great size. And of course you have that on the fly micro adjust, which I think every watch brand should be incorporating. And you know, 200 meters of water resistance. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I really want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this watch? What do you think of the brand? What do you think of the forged carbon fiber, little elements, the dark theme? Tell me what you guys think. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel and I very much appreciate it. Anyway guys, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you in the next video.